Beyoncé, she's like your sister. You guys literally grew up together. She's stepping into country.
So proud of her.
I know, but were you surprised?
Kelly Rowland was so angry about this question, she decided to record her album and tell the truth about her rivalry with Beyoncé. Is the singer so furious from the constant comparisons she is even ready for a scandalous interview with Jason Lee to destroy Queen Bey's reputation? In 2024, Rowland is going to step out of her friend's shadow. Subscribe, give us thumbs up, and today, you will find out how Beyoncé took revenge on Kelly for her daughter. And is it true that Bey became almost a billionaire only thanks to Rowland? More than 10 years have passed since the release of Kelly's last album, Tarka Good Game, and she suddenly announced on The Kelly Clarkson Show,
I want to talk about so many different things, and I'm really excited about the topic this album around.
That is remarkable because 2 weeks ago, Rowland stormed out of the Today Show. And do you know why? The girl was promoting her new film, Mea Culpa, but she was asked about the music. Not about her music, but about that very new Beyoncé album. It looks like Kelly is ready to do everything to outshine her friend, who will release a record in March. Watch until the end, and we'll tell you how Kelly prepared her revenge and played a role of Bey's best friend all these years. And why is she ready to take off this mask in 2024? Fans will object. They are like sisters. Kelly will never betray Beyoncé or say anything bad about her. Except, it's happened before. That's why Tarka Good Game was the last album. In 2013, Rowland recorded a very telling track, Dirty Laundry, where she talked about how jealous she was of Bey's success.
Post-Survivor, she on fire. Who wanna hear my stuff?
In an interview with OMG Insider, she admitted of ignoring her friend and being a bad support to her. And this nasty track came out just as Bey canceled shows on her Mrs. Carter tour due to severe exhaustion. And before that, Rowland was seen leaving the Jelena restaurant in tears, where she spent brunch with Jay-Z, Solange, and Beyoncé. They say Bey refused to reassemble the Destiny's Child and help her friend regain fame. Is she really that selfish? Quite possible. After all, she invited the girls to sing along with her at the 2018 Coachella Festival. Michelle and Kelly came out for about 2 minutes, and Bey quickly sent them off stage. It is clear why, in February 2024, Rowland was so rude while speaking about a reunion.
Maybe either rock-based or a DC reunion.
That is her business to talk about.
But Beyoncé's cruelty can be justified. She was defending Blue Ivy. In 2011, when the diva was pregnant with her first child, Kelly told reporters that the Carters were having a daughter.
I made a mistake and told the sex of Beyoncé's baby when she was pregnant. The worst moment ever.
The only thing is that in an interview with Bang Showbiz, she said how Jay will buy his girl whatever she wants. And then she lied that she accidentally slipped and said she instead of baby. It is clear that Kelly tried to justify herself because she realized Bey would never forgive her for this. And she didn't forgive. Since 2003, when Kelly made her film debut in Freddy vs. Jason, her film career couldn't have been worse. Almost all of her films were flops, but her latest hit, Mea Culpa, scored just 15% on Rotten Tomatoes and is considered one of the worst films of recent years. Tyler Perry didn't even think about casting anyone other than Kelly in the lead role in this failure.
Was this your first time as number one on the call sheet?
Yes!
Big things.
Oh, yes.
We wonder if someone recommended her to him. It may well be. After all, Rowland has films with a 90% rating. Do you know which ones? Homecoming, Black is King, and Renaissance that are all Beyoncé's projects. But nowhere did the divas compete as much as in music. And you won't believe it, but Kelly won first. They say that Queen Bey released the song Why Don't You Love Me on June 11, 2010. Because the release of Kelly's track Commander was scheduled for June 16. Bey's video was watched by 64 million people, and Kelly beat her with 73 million views. But the weirdest thing is how Beyoncé's solo career began. It wouldn't have happened without Kelly. In the summer of 2002, Kelly and rapper Nelly's super hit, Dilemma, became the event of the decade. 1.5 billion views on YouTube and Miss Rowland's first Grammy. Bey's first album, Dangerously in Love was supposed to be released in the fall of 2002, immediately after the success of her competitor. Matthew Knowles, the girl's manager, knew that his daughter had no chance of outshining Kelly, and he insisted Beyoncé's album be postponed for a year and find another super hit for his baby. Like Crazy in Love, they say that without fearing being second to Rowland, Bey would never have changed her sound and began experimenting with hip-hop, which her boyfriend, Jay-Z, has helped her with. His friends, like The Dream, would later help Kelly record her more than mediocre records and leave the stage. In 2020, she complained to The Voice Australia,
"I can't have a song like that because it sounds too much like B. They're gonna compare anyways."
Has she decided not to piss off Beyoncé and not record any more songs? Apparently, as since 2013, she has switched to cinema and charity. Together with Family Guard brand, she donated $50,000 to families affected by COVID and even created her own holiday. May 26 is now Yes Play Day, a day every family should take a day to play with their children, as Rowland herself does with her two boys, Titan and Noah. And in order to support them, she agreed to become a producer of the Lifetime's Merry Little Christmas series and hosted The Voice Australia. To ensure her career doesn't fade into oblivion, she recently even performed at a Pride show in Sydney and the Mighty Hoopla Festival in London. And, of course, she supported her beloved Bey with the launch of her haircare line, Seekerd. It is unlikely this was a paid sponsorship, but rather a sign of loyalty to Beyoncé. Or fear of her. Kelly has $20 million in bank account, 5 of which comes from her music annually through her deal with Spotify. As a solo artist, Rowland sold almost 45 million records, and her sister sold 200 million copies and earned almost $1 billion from them and tours. It is unlikely that Rowland is not jealous because in 2023, on the Tamron Hall show, she already hinted at a comeback.
"Because I feel the urgency. It's not that I'm rushing myself, but I'm like, it's time."
In 2020, she recorded Coffee and a few tracks for the film Good Hair, in which she starred. Coffee was supposed to be a track from her new album, but it was lukewarmly received and only peaked at number 11 on the Billboard chart. Do you know who was responsible for the promotion of this song? Roc Nation, the label of Beyoncé's husband, Jay-Z. Probably, after such failure, Kelly did not think about music, but in 2023, she began to slowly lose patience. No wonder Jason Lee prepared for the most scandalous interview with the diva.
Kelly Rowland is iconic.
Yes, she is.
But oftentimes I'll see where people will try to pigeonhole her into, let's have this whole Beyoncé.
Someone said he is a hater and is hyping of Queen Bey's name. He was allegedly not invited to the Renaissance premiere in London, and the guy got angry and began to threaten Beyoncé with some dirty secrets. But if they are empty threats, why did the Hollywood Unlocked host say this in December 2023?
"If I'm not getting this Kelly Rowland interview, I'm gonna show these receipts."
Does he, like Kelly, feel the end of Bey's success is just around the corner if her country album flops? Perhaps that is why they decided to speak out in 2024, and we should prepare for the storm they will start. Are you looking forward to Kelly's new album, or do you think her so-called sister will not let it see the light of day this time?